What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self aware narcissist known as Mental Healness, and welcome to a live episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about why do narcissists treat everybody else better than they treat the people closest to them, better than they treat the people closest, the people around them, and whatnot, y'all. Why do they do that? Why do narcissistic people do that? So we're going to talk for a little bit. Then I'll be doing question and answer at the end pertaining to the topic at hand, y'all. This is the topic at hand. If y'all don't know already, before we hop into today's episode, check out the Self Love Journal on Amazon. Lee Hammock, I Love Me, the Self Love Journal, available on Amazon, y'all. So, why do narcissistic people treat other people better than they treat the people closest to them? So, the closer you are to a narcissist, the more you know them, the more you know that narcissistic person, the more they feel like you know. Like the closer you are to me, the more I feel like you know me. The more I feel like you can harm me and things like that. So I need to protect myself against you, right? I need to protect myself against you. I need to be prepared just in case you hurt me, just in case you are able to harm me. So I'll let you in close, but I also am afraid of you because you're too close to me. You know me for who I really am. I feel like you can expose me. And also, not only can you expose me because you're so close to me, also you get the brunt. You get the leftovers of the narcissistic person's emotional state and whatnot. You get the leftovers of that narcissistic person. So I do believe that a lot of narcissistic people, y'all, have limited emotional capacity, right? Like literally have limited emotional capacity. So if they have limited emotional capacity, I mean they have the capacity for emotions, have the whole slew of emotions. They just don't have enough to go around for everybody else. I have enough for me, but not enough left over. So if I go out here into the world and I'm hearing everybody else's problems and I'm emotionally drained, so I come home and guess who's at home? The spouse, the kids, the siblings, who's ever at home. You get what the narcissistic person has left. You get what they have left. You get the leftovers of the emotions, or you get nothing. You get like they take all the anger, the pain out on you because they feel comfortable enough to do it right now. They feel comfortable enough at the end of the relationship space to do this thing to you, to hurt you, to do it, to they feel comfortable enough around you because they don't think you're going to leave them, first of all. But they also think that you are going to take it, that you're going to love me through it. Like you love me enough that you're going to take this and you're going to take the blame for it as well. So that happens all the time when you're dealing with narcissistic, toxic people. Y'all, everybody else gets the good part. And I know if you dealt with the narcissist before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like that, and it probably scratches your soul. It probably angers your soul to some point to see them treating everybody else better, to see everybody else get that best version of them, and you get the worst version of them. They can be extremely, extremely frustrating to see that to you because you're like, damn, why do I get yelled and screamed at, and everybody else gets, they get the pleasant, funny version of you. Why do I get, why do everybody else get Christmas gifts and birthday gifts and things of that nature, and I get, a shoe rack or something like that for my birthday? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what happens right there, y'all. So it just happens all the time when you're dealing with narcissistic people, where they take it out on you. You get punished. Narcissistic people punish you for loving them. They do. It's just like the closer you are to me, the I feel safe enough to be with you, right? But I don't feel safe enough to be vulnerable with you. I feel like vulnerability is viewed as a weakness by a lot of narcissists. Like if I'm vulnerable, that means I'm weak. So I can't be vulnerable to you because now you see me as weak. You see the real version of me. And a lot of narcissistic people think that you are going to expose them at the end of the day, y'all. They think you have the ability to expose them. So some of them, y'all, some narcissists are gathering evidence and intel to expose you. You know what I mean? Some of them do that. So like this person right here said, I got ignored on my birthday. Yes. Yeah. They celebrate everybody else's birthday, but yours, they might ignore because you're close to me. You don't like, why do you expect gifts from me? You're like, we're together, aren't you? You get the greatest gift. I give everybody. I might have bought this person some shoes for their birthday, but you know what? They don't have me. You got the greatest gift. You get me for a gift. They don't have me. You get me. Happy birthday. You got me. And I might let you unwrap me later if you act right. But I'm thinking about not letting you unwrap me. You see what I'm saying? They do that stuff right. They do that stuff right there to you. Like they look at themselves as your gift. You know, they treat you like I said. The closer you are to a narcissist, the more it's kind of like you in a blast radius. Just imagine there's a bomb going off. Let's just say this bottle right here is a bomb, right? Let's just say this bottle drop this bomb. Boom. When the bomb blows up, is the space out there in more danger or the space right here? Is my hand in more danger to get blown up by this bomb? Or are you watching this right now? Are you in more danger? My hand gets the explosion. My hand is the closest person, the closest is in my hand is within the blast radius, right? So my hand is in more danger. My hand is going to be subject to more hurt and pain. You know what I mean? You know, my hand is going to be so the closer you are to the blast radius, the more likely you are to get hurt. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it goes right there. Like yeah, that's why it goes. Like the closer you are to this bomb, the more you are to get hurt. So it just makes sense. Narcissistic people tend to explode a lot. There's a lot of explosions that go on there. Like boom, I'm going to blow up. You know what I mean? I'm going to blow up. And then if they blow up, let's just say like even imagine a kid, right? Because I view narcissistic rage as a childish expression. So imagine a kid. You know when kids get mad, they just start swinging their arms everywhere like ah. You know, am I going to hit you through this computer screen or am I going to hit the people around me? The closer you are to them, the more apt you are to get the real version of them. And the real version of them is typically a lot of times going to be abusive. It's going to be toxic. You get the toxicity. If a nuclear power plant melts down, the people across the world might not get affected. The people who are inside the power plant, though, are going to get melted down. You know, that happens quite a bit just in that space. Oh, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? This happens, y'all. So yeah, if y'all watching this on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, y'all can drop some comments and likes and whatever. Y'all, I appreciate it. I truly, truly do, y'all. I'm thankful for it. But yeah, the closer you are to a narcissist, the worse you're going to get treated because you're within the blast radius to see the real version of them. Other people only get little bits and pieces of them. You know, other people only get little narcissistic niblets. They only get little niblets of narcissism. You get the whole chicken. They get little chicken nuggets. They get the they get little boneless wings. They get boneless little chicken bites. You get the whole toxic ass narcissistic chicken. And that chicken is gonna be clucking and bucking and ruining your damn life. You know what I mean? So that happens a lot of times in these spaces. Like seriously, like the closer you are to them, the worse you're gonna get treated a lot of times. And it sucks. And it sucks. Like, well, Lee, how do we make it better? Like, damn, you told us we know we get treated badly. How do we make it better? You can't make it. The only thing you can control, y'all, is you. You can't control them. You can control your boundaries and you can control you. You can't control them. If they are going to refuse to respect your boundaries or refuse to respect you at all, then what are you going to do in that situation? You know what I mean? What can you do in that situation? If they're going to keep doing all these refusals, they're going to be horrible. But this is the kicker right here, y'all. This is the kicker. What is the question? But I seen narcissists treat his spouse. So right here. So this happens right here too. But a lot of times, but I have seen a narcissist treat his spouse special, but to everybody else like trash. A lot of times this happens in the public arena where you see them treat the spouse special. They treat the spouse special in front of other people to make themselves look better, you know, to make themselves look better around other people. Like nobody like, hey y'all, this is my queen right here. This is my king. I'm gonna treat them better. This in public, like I'm gonna clap them cheeks later. Cheeks gonna get clapped. Ooh. But as soon as you get home, they get angry and aggressive towards you. You know, a little narcissistic clucking chicken. What's going on, God's favor? Yeah, this happens all the time, y'all. It happens. It really, really does. In these spaces and whatnot. You know. So thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. We're gonna do a quick question and answer section. So if y'all have some questions, just drop them in the chat. We'll do some rapid question and answer. But thank y'all for tuning in so far. What's going on, Lee? Danae, thanks for joining the channel membership. Seriously. What's going on, Lee? Thanks. I always have to wonder why this was. I've accepted now, but I think this will help others that don't know what's going on have been able to accept it. Yeah. So yeah, that happens all the time, y'all. So once you get to a point of acceptance and understanding it, it helps you. It can help you heal. But like if you remain in it, it's kind of hard to heal it in the same environment that made you sick. It's hard to heal if you're going to put up a tent inside the nuclear power plant that melted it down. It's hard to heal in that space right there. Um, Lee, when these people disrespect you, how should you handle it? It really just depends on the situation, y'all. So I don't be like me, but I match energy in these spaces. If they're treating you badly, I tend to match energy, but I'm not, don't match energy, y'all. Sometimes you want to match energy sometimes depending on the situation. But a lot of times, if you can walk away from the situation and be the bigger person, I would suggest doing that, because if they're doing things to you and getting you to react to them, then yeah, they're gonna keep doing it. If you react to what they're doing, they're gonna keep doing it, y'all. Just in that space right there. You know what I mean? They do this all the time in that space. I mean, look, the Christian part of it. Hey, I see the word Christian thrown around a lot, so I don't know what Christian means no more, y'all. Yeah, really, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Somebody have any questions pertaining to why they treat other people better? You know, you can match energy, but again, y'all, personal choice. So if they're treating you badly, if they're treating you badly but treating other people differently, then yeah, you can record them. But what do you always you can record yourself, and you can record it to protect yourself, but always be wary and don't always let them know that you're recording them, y'all. Because if you let them know that you're recording them, sometimes they'll get angry and aggravated and try to hurt you and harm you. You know what I mean? They'll try to hurt and harm you and do some terrible stuff to you. They'll try to break the camera, break the phone, do whatever. But record them for your safety, and record them just in case you might need to use it later on. But also, if you're in the United States, make sure the state that you're in allows for the recordings to be used, because some states are two-party states where you have to tell the other person you're recording them, if you're going to use it, if you plan on using it in court. You know what I mean? But does that happen a lot right there? So it does tend to happen. What is it? Should I talk to my narcissist because we have children, or don't talk to him and wait for court? Everybody's situation is going to be different in this space right here, y'all. Everybody's situation is going to be different when you come to children. Sometimes you don't have to talk to them. Sometimes you do. It really just depends on the situation and how toxic and dangerous they are. You know what I mean? Just in that space. So, like I said, when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, typically they're going to treat other people better than they treat you, just because it also puts you in your place. If you think about it, at the end of the day, y'all, they treat other people better than they treat you, because it helps put you in your place to kind of question your own worth and your own value. So that happens quite a bit as well, y'all. In that space. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. So this person, yeah. So gray rocking works sometimes in toxic relationships when they're treating other people better, and they're trying to aggravate you at home on purpose, and they're taking out all their emotional pain and energy on you. Gray rocking does work sometimes in that space, y'all, because gray rocking is pretty much removing your emotional reactions to people. It doesn't. Sometimes it can mean just being boring as a rock, but being boring and intentionally, removing your emotional reactions, they get angry and aggravated. So gray rocking does work sometimes, but use the Biff method when you're trying to communicate with somebody that you have to live with. If they're treating you horribly and they're doing it on purpose, like they come home and you get the brunt, you get the bad part of them, use the Biff method. And Biff works in a lot of different situations, y'all. If y'all don't know what the Biff method is, look up BIFF, brief, informative, firm, and friendly, and stuff like that. Brief, informative, firm, and friendly. It can help you in these situations. Keep it brief, keep it informative, keep it firm, straight to the point, but have a friendly tone to it. You know what I mean? Have a friendly tone to it and whatnot. It's in that space right there. He's treating the girlfriend better than me and lying to her about staying in contact with me. Are you the same person that asked about the kids in this situation? Oh, lying to her about staying in contact with me. I mean, I'm not worried about. So I typically don't worry about them treating the new partner better than they treated you, because sooner or later that dynamic flips. Because if you're watching them treat somebody else better, that's going to get on your nerves, and that's going to cause you a lot of emotional stress and emotional pain. So in that space right there, I'll just don't worry about them treating the next person better. Just worry about yourself in these situations and protect your children, because the new supply is going to be the new supply, y'all. They're going to be flying monkeys and horrible people sometimes. You know what I mean? It's just in that space right there, y'all. So just be very weary in that stuff right there, because they're going to turn it. Very rarely is the narcissist new supply. Very rarely is the narcissist new supply going to be friendly with you. Biff makes it worse. They know I'm done with theirs when I Biff. I mean, Biff does make it worse in certain situations, y'all. Biff does make it worse in certain situations. Like, some people you can't communicate with. There's no method that works on some people, because some people don't want to communicate with you. So it's a one-way street about communication, y'all. So it's just in that space. So in these spaces, y'all. So if y'all don't know, I'm going to be live. We're going to be live again later on tonight with my live show with guests. We have a longer question and answer period. The live show tonight, my co-host, my producer, whatnot, Jessica is going to be telling her story about her story about surviving a narcissist who was also a licensed clinical therapist, like that sees clients and stuff like that. Jessica's ex narcissist is a psychologist, is a therapist, and it is a wild episode. So y'all don't want to miss Waving the Red Flag show tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Jessica's gonna be telling her story. And whatnot, y'all. So I do have to hop off this thing. I try to keep these little short lives, these little narcissist explains lives, short and sweet. Y'all will see something else coming up here pretty soon about my next one. I'm doing like this, y'all, in these spaces and whatnot. Thank y'all for tuning into this live. Like I said, I do one-on-ones, mentalhealness.net. If y'all don't know, if y'all looking to rebuild that self-love, I have the self-love journal on Amazon. Lee Hammock, I Love Me, a self-love journal. Check it out on Amazon to help you rebuild that self-love. In that space, I got screamed at for spending $20 for my kids, and yet he's letting his adult buddy stay here rent free. There you go. You see, doesn't ask for help with groceries he's eating, no help with electricity or water, but I spent $20 and give her. So you see right there, that's a prime example of them treating somebody else better than they treat you. And sometimes it's not even, and this is also an example that sometimes it's not even the proximity that makes a difference in how they treat you. It's the image. Like, he wants his buddy or his homeless friend. He wants his homeless friend to just be like, hey man, hey bro, I'm a ride or die, and this is that. I'm gonna be there for you. So if I do something, you got my back, and if you do something, I got your back. So I'm not saying that he had the buddy has something on him, but sometimes they do. Just be very aware of that, y'all. So, anyways, y'all, tonight, like I said, be on live tonight. We're gonna do a longer question and answer session because Jessica is telling her story tonight on live on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram as well. Thank y'all for tuning in. Of course, like and subscribe for more. And of course, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Mental Healness is out. Peace.